Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, so we are going to discuss about how to set our goal of life. Now this is important because everybody should have a purpose in life, a goal in life. Many people, if you ask, what is the aim of your life, they'll go blank because they don't understand what's the meaning of goal and what's the meaning of aim of life. But they think, well, what do you mean by aim of life? Well, we'll earn money, we'll settle in life, that's all, finish. But if you ask many people, what's the aim of your life? If you ask students, what's the aim of your life? They will say, well, my aim of life is to become doctor, engineer, or success, career, some research, isn't it? And if you ask a businessman, what's the aim of your life? I want millions of dollars. That's his aim of life. I want to increase my empire, isn't it? Or if you ask a youth, what's the aim of your life? A college student. My aim of life is to have a lot of girlfriends, car, cell phones, like this. So practically, if you divide aim of life, people, there are 4 categories in which people have categorized their aim of life. One is woman, another is wealth, and third thing is success and career or name and fame, something like this. Success and name and fame. These are the aim of life which people have in their life. And many people, after attaining all of these, they are frustrated and then they're searching for aim of life. If you go to West, if you ask, this is a hot topic, many people are frustrated. They have everything, isn't it? They have money, they have success, they have women, and they are frustrated, and now they have one question: what is the purpose of life? Some people, like scientists, for them there is no aim of life, there is no purpose to life, there is no goal, because for them there is no teleological purpose to life. So teleological means life is not made for something. It has evolved by chance and it will end simply. That's all. So, but there is a problem. There is a problem now. If you set the aim of life as money, what's the problem? Problem is that money can buy things. Money can buy you power and control. It can give you comforts. It can make friends and relatives. People think it can attract women, girls. It can attract prestige, honor. It can give thrill to life. So many things. People think like that. Money, it gives. It can buy things and it can give you some joy, peace, or whatever. Joy, happiness, enjoyment, something like this. But money has its own problems. It has problems. And problems, one of the philosopher, Bhartrihari, he's an Indian philosopher, he said, you see, there's a big problem with money. First, we agree that money can buy luxuries. We agree. It can make your life a whole lot comfortable. But to earn money, you have to struggle hard, isn't it? And then not only that, when you attain money, when you earn money, then to maintain it, you have to be very cautious, because there are many people who are there to loot your money, isn't it? It's like that. So there is struggle for earning money. There are anxieties to maintain your money, to invest your money in some policy so that it become double, to keep your money safe in the bank, to secure your money. And then money also brings anxieties to make more money, because money, the more money comes, the more greed. The more greed, the more you want to earn. So money gives people whose aim of life is money, they think that by earning money we can get comforts and luxuries. But what happens? They earn money, they get luxuries, they get comforts, but in the end they are unable to enjoy all of these comforts and luxuries because they are fully stressed, they are busy in earning, in maintaining, in increasing their money, and they become more insecure because they thought that more money means more friends, more relatives, but actually it becomes totally upside down. More money means less friends and less relatives, because everybody becomes envious to you. So money makes you insecure rather than secure. It gives you security as far as things are concerned, objects, but makes you insecure in your relationships, because people become envious. That is the nature of money. People forget when you did not have money, people loved you. But when you became a millionaire, people no longer love you, but people love your money. That's how this world goes on. So there's a problem. Money can thrill, money can make comforts and luxuries, but at the cost of peace and satisfaction. You ask any rich person, any billionaire, are you peaceful? No. He's busy. He is not satisfied. Are you satisfied? No. Because money brings greed. So there's a problem with money. So why to make a goal for such a thing as money, which does not bring peace, satisfaction? It brings more troubles than happiness, comforts, happiness, and it makes you insecure, it makes you anxious, tensed. So this goal is not correct, is not right. Any wise person will not make money as goal. Simple. Okay, because along with happiness, there is distress. That is the principle. We should set a goal. We should set a goal. We should set anything as a goal where we get only happiness and no distress. That's one of the criteria, how to set your goal. So we'll talk about it later. But the point is, money doesn't come in that category, because there is happiness, but there is more distress. So money is out. Second thing is success. What about success? I want to become a success. You must become a success. That's society. Now what happens with that? It is said, when you succeed, to achieve success, it's not easy, because many people are there along with you, competition. So when you succeed, it thrills, it's nice, you feel great, but at what cost? You have to struggle a lot. And at the same time, success, when you succeed, or when you're in the process of becoming success, you become envious. And there's a lot of competition. So success brings enviousness. And the more you succeed, the more we become proud and false ego. That's all. So there is fun in becoming a great success, but there are problems. Evil qualities, like desire for name, fame, and prestige, and enviousness. People acquire these kind of evil qualities, and at the same time, you have to struggle a lot. So success also doesn't come in category of a perfect goal which we should set. Because no doubt you feel great, but at the cost of a lot of struggle and a lot of problems and a lot of evil qualities which people gain. Now, what about women? Of course, sex is great, and that's no doubt. People want to make girlfriends. People want to have women daily. Women, wine, all these things. Women, wine, and wealth, isn't it? That's what people want in life. Now, if you ask anybody who goes for regular dating, at least in West it's like that, who does a lot of sex, eventually they become bored. They become frustrated. How much sex you can do? How much? There are some maniacs who do regular sex. Regular means super regular sex. But you ask them, hypersexuality, maniacs, you ask them, they become frustrated with their life. They want to stop sex, but they cannot. They become sex addicts. This is a big problem in America. People are sex addicts. And there's a research which shows that people who are sex addicts, they feel lonely in life, they feel frustrated, and it leads to depression, guilt, because then you can't be chaste to your wife, and then dullness, distractions, loss of creativity. This is a research. So sex is it's great in beginning, but if you too much indulge into it, it becomes boring and frustrating. And one of the philosopher, he said that when you become bored of everything, then comes sex. So sex seems great for people who do not indulge in it. But when you are inside, then it becomes real frustrating. So sex is not a goal which you can set in your life. The sex is not the aim of life, because there is thrill. At the same time, there's ultimate boredom and frustration after that. So wealth, sex, and success. People who set these as the aim of their life, ultimately they become frustrated, and they become lonely in life. They feel lonely and depressed in life. And many of them, after achieving so much in life, you see so many people who achieve everything in their life, finally they say, what else? What's next? Isn't it? What's next? They are not satisfied. They're not satisfied. So, how do you set your goal? First, what is the criteria of a right goal? First thing, you should set your goal. That thing should be your goal, which can give you happiness and no distress. First thing, or if you want to summarize in the words of Upanishads says Satyam, Shivam, and Sundaram. This is a famous verse from Upanishads. Upanishad says goal should be such that, which is Satyam means truth. It should be real. It should not be illusion. You can't set your goal as taking drugs because you feel happy, because drugs throw you an illusion. You're an illusion. Simple. So it should be real. Shivam means it should bring auspicious qualities. So we saw success brings evil qualities with it, isn't it? And even money also brings evil qualities. So you can't set goal money and success like that. And then Sundaram. Third criteria for setting your goal is that your goal should be beautiful. Beautiful means it should give you pure happiness and no distress. So in the words of scriptures, it is, we call it as unalloyed happiness, only bliss. So here we should mark the distinction between peace and satisfaction and enjoyment. There's a lot of difference between these two. This word can give you enjoyment, but not satisfaction and peace. You ask anybody, did you enjoy Saturday and Sunday? Did you enjoy that girl, that car? Yes, it was great. Are you peaceful? People will say no. Peace, I don't have peace of mind. Isn't it? Are you satisfied? Definitely not. So peace and satisfaction can give you happiness. But money, success and woman, it can give you temporary enjoyment, but not peace, satisfaction and happiness. That's the idea. So that is why third criteria for your goal should be Sundaram. Sundaram means beautiful. Beauty means, according to scriptures, beautiful means a person is beautiful if his mind is beautiful. If in his mind he experiences peace, satisfaction, and thereby bliss and happiness. No anxiety, no tensions, no stress. Unalloyed happiness. That's the term used. This is how we should set a goal. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yam ladva nacha param labham. You should set your goal. That thing should be your goal. After attaining that, nothing else remains to be achieved. This means when you achieve that thing, you're satisfied. You don't want anything else. This kind of goal is worthy of goal, isn't it? Why do we run after so many things which ultimately doesn't give us satisfaction? What's the point? Which makes you evil, which makes you impure. And to attain that thing, that goal, you need to struggle a lot. And finally, when you attain it, you feel frustrated, boring, and also more anxious. So what's the point? What's the point of that? So people are blind. People don't think. People set their life's goal as money, woman, or success. Most of the people, 99.99% people, and don't think. Their whole life is wasted. Bhagavad Gita says, Pralayantam upashrita. Bhagavad Gita says, people who set their goals without thinking, blind after blind. He's earning money, I should earn money. He's after success, I should be after success. But why? You never thought. Why? Because he is having comforts and luxuries. If I earn money, I will also have comforts and luxuries. That's okay. He successfully feels great, I will feel also great. That's okay. Yes, so many girls, so many women, and there's so much thrill, I'll also have. That's okay. But you should open your eyes and you should also see the negative aspect of all these things. That's the point. So Bhartrihari says, anything, any goal, if you set in this material world, anything you set, your goal in this material world, that will give you fear. People who become rich, they have fear of losing money. Isn't it? People who want to become really beautiful and sexy, whatever, handsome, they have fear of losing their beauty. People who become scholarly, philosophical, they have fear of debates, competition. People who become old, they have fear of death. So everybody is fearful in this material world. So scripture says, Vedas, they said in Vedas, they said by Bhartrihari also, that who is fearless? Fearless is that person whose goal is Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram. These three criteria should be fulfilled. Goal should be truth. It should be auspicious. and it should be beautiful. It should give you pure joy. That means peace, satisfaction and happiness. This is correct goal. And what is that? So scripture says only one thing will fit all these three criteria. That is God. That's all. People have different opinions about God. But scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads and Gita, that's absolutely clear. Only God will fit these three criteria. Things of this material world, drugs for example. Drugs can give you a lot of happiness, bliss, isn't it? Bliss, pure joy. No struggle, nothing. Just go in one corner, take some dope, some injection, pure bliss. No struggle, no fear. But at the same time, it's illusion, it's not truth. So, that's the problem. Philosophers and scientists, they are after truth and reality. But then they lose peace and satisfaction. There is no happiness. Nietzsche said, if you want to be happy, go to religion. If you want to understand truth, come to science. He recognized this. Come to philosophy and science. He understood that, well, if you do philosophy and science, you can't be happy because ultimately science and philosophy can give you science. At least science can give you technology, it can give you luxuries and comforts, but at the cost of satisfaction, because the comforts and luxuries will increase your desires, and the desires will increase your greed, and greed will destroy your satisfaction and peace. So he said this. He understood. So what's the point? Point is that if you're after truth, science definitely can explore some truths of this material world, but it's not absolute truth. And that is why they are able to find some physical laws which are of course truth in a particular domain, a particular level, a particular dimension, but at the same time they are not satisfied. They can't achieve satisfaction and peace. They lose that. And what about auspiciousness? Anything in this material world will bring evil qualities except God. So only God will fit these three criteria, and that is why real goal should be God, to understand God. One should spend his life to understand God and to develop love for Him. So many people have so many ideas. They might say, well, you are doing religion and blah 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 and so many things. But well, in the end, what do you want? You want satisfaction or peace, or you want your logics? You want your rationality, isn't it? What do you want? No, we don't believe in God. We don't believe in religion. Okay, then forget it. Then you lose the opportunity of getting peace and satisfaction. It's not our opinion, it's the opinion of Vedanta and Upanishads. It's the opinion of so many ancient sages, so many ancient philosophers. It's their opinion. It's their opinion. So many saints and so many philosophers. It's the opinion of ancient wisdom all over the world, that these three criteria can only be fulfilled by God. And until unless one doesn't surrender to God and understand Him and love Him, there is no question of peace and satisfaction. History tells us people became so great. Alexander the Great, he became king of the entire world, almost entire world. But was he satisfied? No, he was not satisfied. He wanted more and more and more and more. Was he at peace? No. He was anxious to conquer. So why to do the same mistake? History repeats. If we simply read our history, we can understand that these things cannot give you real peace and satisfaction. Money, success and women can never give satisfaction and peace. And if you open up pages of history, so many saints and sages and ancient philosophers, they didn't have anything, but they were satisfied. Because they were in search of absolute truth. They were in search of one absolute truth, God. They might have called God by different names, that's another thing. But they were in search of God. At least everybody understood, almost unanimously, that at least money, woman and success, that cannot give us happiness, ultimate happiness, peace and satisfaction. So there should be something else. And that is why people went for spirituality or religion. And they found peace and satisfaction there. So it is wise to understand and to see the reality of the real picture and not run after blind. No, we should not run after this material world. Run after foolishly after, close our eyes and foolishly run after other people and follow them blindly. We should understand philosophically, logically, and also we should accept the opinion of Vedanta, Upanishads, scriptures and ancient wisdom and perfect our life. At least if you don't want to accept God initially, at least start to search, at least start your journey to search in spirituality. At least try to find some truth. Don't try to just waste your life in these small, petty, superficial things. At least this is not the aim of life, isn't it? It should be something else. Now something else is God. It is said by scriptures. And if you don't believe that's God, okay, fine. Search for yourself. And that search is called spirituality. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now let us search for absolute truth. That's okay, fine. Start there. Do some good philosophy. Understand. Search for yourself. But keep in mind, after when your research will finish, you will definitely come to God. That's for sure, because scripture says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. After many, many births, people who are in search of absolute truth, who are in spirituality, they finally come to God. They surrender to God. Because only God can fulfill these three criteria. So it's wise to surrender to God, love Him, and perfect our lives. That is what is the aim of human life. That's how you set your goal. So we don't say that you don't earn money. That's so somebody might ask us question, what about money? No problem. It's not that you don't earn money. It's not that you don't make your career. That's okay. But that should not be the goal of your life. Or in other words, you should not live your life for these things. You should live your life for higher purpose. These things are required. Definitely they're required to live your life. But you should not lose yourself in these things. That's the idea. We should not live a life for them. We should use them to live a life for absolute truth. Hare Krishna. Is there any questions? Okay, if there's any questions, thank you very much.